Yeah, morning all. So before I start, can anyone please confirm whether my voice is clear, whether the screen is visible or not? Yes.
Yes.
So yeah, yesterday we had an introductory session, right? So I was just briefing you about why Python. So Python is a general purpose programming. Any kind of applications we can develop through Python, like automation applications, web applications, animation applications, embedded applications, networking applications, right? Wide varieties of applications we can develop. That's why we call Python as a general purpose programming. And it has got multi-programming features, multiple programming languages features, everything we see within Python. That's why we call it as hybrid language. High-level language, it's platform independent and machine independent, right? Can run on all the hardware and all the operating system and interpreted line by line execution we see user friendly or programmer friendly. Who can learn Python? There is no prerequisites for learning Python. Anyone can update with Python. The Python statements look like normal English statements. Today's session, I'll be briefing you by taking a task and implementing it in different programming languages. I will show how simple the Python statements as compared with other programmings and how Python was built by taking the features advantages from different other programming languages and what kind of applications are we developing today, right? Yes. Just observe what we have discussed in the last session. So there are two types of languages, low level and high level languages. Low level languages like assembly level or assembly level language, they are not human understandable, they are not portable, they're machine dependent, right? Yes. Human understandable, they are portable and machine independent, right? Yes. Human understandable, they are portable and machine independent. Okay. Python has got what features like procedural-oriented programming features like C language. It has got object-oriented programming features like C++, Java. It has got scripting features like shell script. It has got modular programming features like Modular 3. 89,300 inbuilt modules Python has got for different domains, right? So Python has got a great boom because of this modular programming. Thousands of modules it is providing, right? So yes, if you see for data science, for big data, for networking, for testing, operating systems, for databases, for every file format, for mathematical operations, for statistics, for all this, Python is providing separate modules. Yeah. Python real-time applications. What kind of applications are we developing today by using Python? Web applications, automation applications using technologies like data science, IoT, DevOps, big data applications like Hadoop. See the Spark implemented using Python like PySpark for scientific applications, CP, scientific Python for numerical analysis, NumPy, numerical Python for graphical user interface or for animations, right? PyQt for gaming or game development, Pygame or PyCar or PySci for scheduling tasks, Airflow for testing or test cases and for software development. Yes, and for business application, Python is one of the best choice in developing e-commerce systems. For database applications, without database, there is no web application. For networking applications, separately a separate framework like Twisted Python, Python is providing, right? Yes. For network programming, for web scraping, right? Python is providing URL lib or BS4 modules, right? Yes. For extracting data or from the different websites, for audio and video applications, for CAD applications, computer-aided design, and for embedded application, Raspberry Pi, the famous embedded application, which uses Python script for computer vision, for color detection, for face detection, and for object detection we use, for data analysis, for robotics, and for desktop applications, right? So in this way, we have got many applications, but who are using Python currently? Google using Python for its web search system. YouTube using Python for its video sharing service. Yahoo using Python. Uber pricing algorithm implemented using Python and ML. Instagram using Python. NASA using Python for its research and development activities. Quora, Reddit, Pinterest, Dropbox, they're using Python. They're built using Python. Netflix uses Python for its security automation and subscription related things. Massively multiplayer online games. Maya, a powerful 3D animation. Maya, powerful 3D animation, right? BitTorrent, hardware testing, right? Yes. Reasons which makes Python suddenly super popular. Reasons which makes Python super popular, right? Very less coding we see. Simple syntaxes which looks like normal English statements. Multi-programming features, right? What all the features we see in different other programmings we see. And the major, one more, right? Interactive mode. We can easily interact with Python statement by statement. For every statement, it gives response. Wide varieties of applications. Just now I was discussing about that applications creations and many built-in modules, 89,300 modules Python is providing for different domains, for different environments, right? Yes. And the people who are from non-programming or zero programming, right? You can just observe this coding wise, how this Python statements looks as compared with other programmings, right? Python comparison, right? Python comparison with other programming, right? Yes. Comparison with other programming. Can just I'll take a small task and I'll try to implement the task in multiple programming languages. Yes. Python comparison with other programming, right? A task. Accepting two values. Accepting two values from the user and performing addition. Accepting two values from the user and performing addition, right? And performing addition first. I want to write using Java first. Later I'll show you in Python, right? Let's just compare these two major programming languages which are used for enterprise applications creations. First, see the code in Java, later can see in Python and compare it how simple the Python is. So, right, if you got knowledge on Java, you can go through that following code. Yes, import java.io.star, import output statements. Everything should be within the class as class name. Public static void main, right? Public static void main. String aux, input stream reader, input stream reader, Input stream reader equal to new input stream reader and buffered reader, right? BR equal to new buffered reader, right? Of ISR, right? Yes. System.out.println, enter the first number. Every statement ends with semicolon. Whatever number you have entered taken as string format. BR dot read line, right? Then convert to integer format, int I, integer dot parseInt. System.out.println, right? Enter the second number, right? Enter the second number, string s2 br dot read line, integer dot parseInt of s2. So just this first number, enter the first number taken as string, later convert to integer, taken the first number, taken as string and converting to integer. Okay. Finally say system.out.println, system.out. I plus j, right? Yes. Okay, this is the coding in Java, right? Just I'll copy this code to a separate file. Copy it. Saving that program as sample.java. Just yes, save it. So just I'll take a minute in showing the execution in both Java and Python. So just go to this command prompt at the bottom, type cmd and go to this command prompt. cd slash come out of the existing path and change your directory. cd change your directory to Python, right? 8 a.m. Within that Java C sample.java. Java C sample.java, right? No errors, right? Now I can execute the code Java sample. Yes, last enter the first number 10, enter the second number 20, sum is 30. This is what the coding in Java. I don't know like how many of you have understood this code. It looks little complex to understand, right? What is class? What is public static void main? What is IO exception? What is input stream reader? What is buffer reader? What is br.readline integer.parseInt, right? Yes. Okay. So there are complex lines here. You can see the complex words. But the same code I'll write in Python, not more than 3 lines. Here you can see 10 to 12 lines of code. The same task I'll try to implement in Python, not more than 3 lines. And it can easily, you can is understand easily, right? Yes. So just I directly open this Python shell and write the code here in this Python file, new file. So x equal to input enter value of x. Input enter value of x. Enter value of x, enter value of y, print x plus. That's it. This is the coding in Python. This is the coding in Python, right? For the same task what we have seen, this is the coding in Python. Enter value of x, enter value of y, print x plus y. Do you see any complex word or complex statement here? Simple statements look like normal English statements, right? Save it. This Python 8 a.m. Just we have created, right? Any name with .py extension. Test1.py. Any name with .py extension. But here also in Python, whatever value you are entering from the keyboard, taken as a string, we need to typecast to integer. So int of, we need to say int of. Keep everything within the int function. Here. You say int of. That's it. Enter value of x, enter value of y. They are taken as string, convert to integer and assign. Run module. Enter value of x 10, enter value of y 20. Sum is 30. Enter value of x, enter value of y, print x plus y. That's it. Now check this run module. Enter value of x 10, enter value of y 20. Sum is 30. Value of x is 10, value of y is 20. Sum is 30. Okay. Not only this, you can see the coding of Python. One couple of other examples. If you're taking some list of values 10, 20, 30, 40, okay. Don't take in order. In a random order, you take 30, 10, 40, 50, 20, right? You can take in any order. So print x prints the entire list as it is. Now, if you want to perform any operations in other programming, we say array of elements. Here we say list of values. Yeah, I want the how many elements. For example, here only 5 elements. Think that if there are more than 100 elements, I want to know the number of elements. Len of x, it's a built-in property which returns the number of elements 5. Next, I want to know the max element in this. Max of x. No need to write any code here. Directly we have got inbuilt functional this. Min of x. Min of x, max of x is 50, min of x is 10, len of x is 5. Run module, right? 5, 50, right? 50, okay. Max, okay, 5, length is 5, max of x is 50, min of x is 10. You want to find the sum of all these elements. Print sum of x, that's it. If 100 elements are there, it will find the sum of all the 100 elements. Sum of x, sum of all the elements of x. Sum of x is what? 150. If you want to arrange all that in ascending order, print, right? Yes. Print sorted of x. Sorted of x means everything in ascending order. Run module. 10 to 50. No need to write any code in other programming language. If you want to sort them, comparing that element with one by one element, right? Sorting. Sorted of x, reverse equal to true. If you want it descending order, right? The same functionality, sorted of x means ascending you get. The ascending, if you reverse it, you will get in descending, right? Ascending, if you reverse, you will get in this. Sorted of x in ascending, sorted of x, reverse equal to true in descending order, right? Yes. Okay, fine. Now, next, you need to know something about the PSF, Python Software Foundation, right? Python Software Foundation, right? PSF. Okay, PSF, right? It's a non-profit organization. It is a non-profit organization devoted towards Python community. It was launched, PSF, it was launched in the year. It was launched in the year 2001. The main objective of this Python Software Foundation, right? To foster the development of Python. From version to version, foster the development of Python. In the year 2005, PSF received Computer World Horizon Award. Computer World Horizon Award. Okay. The president for this. President is what? Guido van Rossum. Guido van Rossum. The same personality who developed Python, who introduced Python, is the same personality who is the president for this Python Software Foundation. The headquarters, Delaware in US. Official website. Official website for Python, right? www.python.org. Python.org is the official website from where we can download and you can see the documentation for each and every Python release. Okay, before I go with the installation of Python, Python installation hardly takes just 1 minute. Before we go with Python installation, you need to know something about the Python versions. Python 1.x version, it was released in the year 1989. Python 2.x version, first two version was released in the year 2000. 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, like 2.x indicates the first two version. Python version 3 version. The version what we are using currently is 3 version. The first 3 version was released in the year 2008. Latest version of Python. Latest version of Python. Python 3.12. Python 3.12, right? Yes. So the version what we are going to install is 3.12. Latest version of Python, right? Now see this Python installation. Yes, Python installation. Yes. So before I go with the installation, right, in the settings, apps, apps and features, scroll down, Python, Python 3.12, I'll uninstall it. So yes, I'll uninstall, right? Yes. So Python provides different softwares for different environments, for Windows, for Linux, for Mac OS. For Linux, no need of any installation. Python comes as inbuilt within the Linux machine. Python comes as inbuilt within the Linux machine, right? Yes. So for Windows and for Mac OS, we need to download and we need to install it. For Windows and Mac OS. Okay. And again in Windows, it provides two softwares. For Windows 32-bit, for Windows 64-bit. If your Windows is 32-bit, you are supposed to download 32-bit Python software. If your Windows is 64, then you need to download 64-bit Python software. Okay. So how will you check whether your Windows is 32-bit or 64-bit means? Yes. Go to this File Explorer. Within the File Explorer, you can right-click your PC or computer, right? Save properties. Save properties, yes. Saying 64-bit operating system, right? If it is 32-bit operating system, if it shows, you are supposed to download 32-bit Python software. Now it's 64-bit. If you are using older versions of Windows like that, Windows 7, Windows 8, if you have got 32-bit software, oh yes, you're supposed to download 32-bit Python software, right? Now, uninstallation was successful. Now, what is the official website for Python? Python.org is the official website for Python. Python.org is the official website for Python. So for here, you can download and you can see the documentation for each and every Python downloads all releases, you can say. Downloads all releases. After clicking that all releases, you can scroll down. You can see active Python releases. Don't go for it. So python.org downloads all releases, you can see, and don't go for specific release. Looking for a specific release. Go for looking for a specific release. 3.12.2, the latest version, right? On February 6th, it was released. Almost like 25 days ago, right? 20 days ago, right? It was released. Okay. So just observe here. If you click this 3.12.2, select the version 3.12.2 and scroll down to the bottom of the page. Scroll down to the bottom of the page. Windows installer 32-bit, you can see. Windows installer 64-bit, you can see. This is recommended. This is recommended. If you've got Mac OS 64-bit universal installer, and for Windows installer 64-bit, you can just click it, your download starts. Yes, just check this. 25 MB of size, just 25 MB of size. Yes, its download is finished. So go to this downloads folder. Looking for a specific release, select 3.12.2. Just 25 MB of size. Just click this exe file. Go to the downloads folder and click the exe file. Right. Okay. Whenever you click the exe file, you will get this window, right? This window gets opened. Don't immediately go for installation. Select add Python to path. Adding Python to path variable of OS. Yes, select it. So you're adding this Python to path variable of OS, right? So no need to set the path manually, directly it takes the path. Now customize installation. So for customize installation, here nothing to select, everything are pre-selected. Documentation, pip, IDLE, and test suite, right? Just say next. Here also nothing to select, everything are selected. Now the installation location, where it is getting installed, the installation location, right? See, users, Dell, app data, local, programs, Python 3.12. Where that Python is getting installed in C, users, Dell, app data, local, programs, Python 3.12. Somewhere in some subdirectories it is getting installed. Tomorrow, if you want to locate Python, you need to enter into all these subdirectories, right? But I just want to install Python in the C drive. Keep your mouse and remove all this path. Just install Python in C drive. Just install Python in C Python 3.12. Say install. So hardly it takes just 30 seconds to install Python, right? Yeah, almost done with the installation. Once it is successfully installed, yes, we need to check whether it is properly installed or not. Setup was successful, close it. Now open command prompt. In the search panel, type CMD, say enter. Just to type Python and say enter, it has to display the Python version we have installed. 3.12.2 it is displaying, right? And Python interpreter has to be open. Python interpreter has to be open, right? Yes. Any valid Python statements you can type here. Twenty-five plus 12. Yes. 23 into 34. Right. Anything you can x equal to Ajay, y equal to Kumar. What is x, Ajay? What is y, Kumar? What is x plus y, Ajay, Kumar? In this way, any valid Python statements you can type and you can interact with x into 3 prints hello for 3 times x into 5. No need to define the data types here. Directly we can say x as 10, x as 10, x plus 2, x minus 2, x into 2, x to the power 10 square, 100. With to come out of this, right? Yes. So in this way, Python is working fine. It's installed, right? If anyone working in Linux environment, if you are using the older version of Linux, the older version of Python will be available. If you want to update with the latest version, yeah, okay, just type this command. So everything from the root user, apt-get install. apt-get install Python 3.12, right? Yes. That's it. This is going to install the this installs the Python in the Linux machine, right? The latest version of Python. Yes. Python execution modes. Python execution modes. Two modes of execution. Two modes of execution. Interactive mode and batch mode. Secondly, like batch mode. Okay, we directly type Python statements. We directly type Python statements, right? On the interpreter. And the user can easily interact. If we directly type Python statements on the interpreter and the user can easily interact with Python statement by statement. We directly type Python statements and the user can easily interact with Python statement by statement. Mm. The advantage of this interactive mode. Just now I discussed, right? Interactive mode, directly typing the statements and interacting, right? Advantage. So advantage means to check the functionalities of Python. To check the functionalities of Python. To check the functionalities of Python and to learn Python. If it doesn't know about any Python functionality, you can type and check what output it provides. And for learning Python, as a beginner, as a learner, this interactive mode works better. For developing applications, this interactive mode is never preferred. So go for batch mode. Here, like batch of statements, set of statements we write. Here we write set of statements, within the editors or IDs. We write set of statements within the editors or IDs. We write set of statements within the editors or IDs and save it by using .py extension and later submit to Python. Here we write set of statements within the editors or IDs, save it by using .py and later submitting to Python. What are the various editors where we can write that Python code? Various editors. Within the notepad you can write. Within the edit plus you can write. Yes. Within the VI editor, nano editor. Yes. What are the various IDs? Various IDs. PyCharm, right. Integrated development environments. In real time, we use this IDs, right? Where we write the code and execute the code in IDs. We have got many IDs supported by Python, like Komodo, Spider, Eclipse, NetBeans, Jupyter Notebook. VS Code. So here various IDs supported by Python. You may ask why this many IDs, why not one or two IDs? So Python is used for different environments. Different environments use different IDs. For example, data science, which uses Jupyter Notebook or Spider. Big data also, right, which uses Spider, Jupyter. Typical web applications, which uses PyCharm, VS Code. So in this way, different environments using different IDs. Among all these, PyCharm is the mostly used one, right? Mostly used. Yes. Just I'll take 5-10 minutes more. Yes. Developing the first Python application. Developing the first Python application. Within a editor. Developing the first Python application within a editor. Example like Notepad. Open Notepad and type the following, right? Up to now, we didn't discuss anything about Python. So just what I do, I'll take two values, x as 10, y as 20. I want to perform some kind of arithmetic operations, addition. Python is case sensitive. Uppercase, lowercase are taken differently. So I want to perform some kind of addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Open Notepad and type the following, right? Yes. Just open Notepad. Just copy these statements, paste it. Right? Paste it to the Notepad file. Right. Yes. Save it, right? Save it, okay, in 8am folder. I'm saving in C drive Python 8am folder, right? Save it as sample1 dot py extension, sample1 dot py extension, right? So here, just I'm writing here, save as sample1 dot py. Now submit this file. Now how to submit this file? Sample1 dot py. Just in the notepad, you have written some code, Python code. Two values I have taken, performing arithmetic operation, saved as .py. Now, how to submit? Go to the command prompt. Just type Python. Don't say enter. Submit your file to Python. In the C drive. In which folder? Python 8am folder. What is the file name? Sample1 dot py. Sample1 dot py. Submit the file name, the folder name, and the drive name to Python, right? Where exactly it is stored, right? 10 plus 20, 10 minus 20, 10 into 20, 10 by 20, right? Yes. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Save as, right? So in this way, submitting this file to Python, right? Just specify Python and specify the file where exactly it is available, the file name, the folder, and the drive name. Yes. So go to command prompt, type Python and give the file path. But here we are writing the code. We are writing the code at one place and executing at the other place. We are writing the code at one place and executing at the other place. We are writing the code at one place means within the notepad you are writing. Yes. And executing at the other place within the command prompt. You are executing within the command prompt. But to write and execute at the same place, we have ideally which comes along with Python installation. We have ideally which comes along with Python installation. To write and execute at the same place, we have ideally which comes along with Python installation. Ideally integrated development learning environment, right? So for this, I'll take the same code. Now I'll show you here we are writing the code in Notepad and executing in the command prompt, but writing and executing at the same place. The search panel, type IDLE Python 312, you will get, right? Python shell gets opened in this way. This is one way. Otherwise, go to the start programs and go to this all apps. Check where your Python is available here. Python 3.12, if you click, what is the first thing you see? IDLE, it gets opened. It gets opened in interactive mode if you want to interact and type any valid statements. You won't see any run option here. But whenever you say file, new file, now you can see this run option here. Write the code, save the code, and execute the code. Yes, within the C drive, Python 8 AM. Yes. Sample2.py. Run this, run module. 10 plus 20, 10 minus 20, 10 into 20, 10 by 20. So writing the code here itself, and here you can see run option, run module. You can see that output here itself, right? Okay. Writing the code and executing the code. Later, I'll show you how to work with IDEs, how to download and how to install step by step, how to download and how to install, right? This IDE is in Python, right? Yes. So yes, today I was discussing about this Python software foundation, Python version. So I was just discussing this comparison with Python, right? Python comparison with other programmings, right? Reasons which makes Python comparison with other programmings, and Python software foundation, Python versions, Python installation, execution modes, developing the first Python applications, right? Tomorrow we go with the technicals of Python, basics of Python, like data types and variables. What happens internally, which you won't be able to see, right? That is, whenever you define some variables or data types, how to print that content, their address, their type, right? So the course content, once again, you can check in the chart panel, they have forwarded you the course content, right? So Python in brief, Python basics, Python operations, operators, IDEs, flow controls, looping statements, strings, collections, lists, tuples, sets, dictionary, functions in Python, modules in Python, packages in Python, errors and exceptions, file handling, object-oriented programming concepts, regular expressions, database access, Python date and time, OS module, advanced concepts, graphical programming, tkinter, Excel workbook, data analytics, introduction to data science, Python pandas, Python, NumPy, and Matplotlib. This is that what I'm going to discuss as part of Python core and advanced. In brief, in depth, we'll be discussing like that. And people who wants to go for full stack along with Python, the Django framework, web frameworks, installation, the Django project architecture, applications, views, templates, and UI technologies. You will also be given knowledge on UI technologies like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, part of Bootstrap, right? Yes. So I said, yes, once again, check this. Python, Python core, Python advanced, Python application oriented models. So Python core, Python advanced application oriented models, this everything. We'll be spending 70 hours on this, 2 months offer price 5,000, right? And apart from this, who wants to go for full stack? Web development, you'll be given knowledge on this. In brief on this HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Bootstrap, right? And the Django framework, right? Yes. With 15 to 20 applications creations you'll be doing along with me parallelly hands-on, a REST API and project. You want to go for full stack Python, right? Yes, this entire takes 60 hours more, 2 months, 7,000 is the fee, right? 70 plus 60, 130 hours, 4 months. So here the fee structure 5 plus 7, right? If you are going separately, it takes 12,000. But if you take the entire package at a time, right? 10,000, right? For the Python total full stack, right? Which covers Python, web development, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Bootstrap, the Django, REST API, and the project. But if you feel that 4 months is too long, Python from Monday to Friday. Python you can go from Monday to Friday, right? And this web development, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, these things, the Django, all this you can. There are weekend batches available on Saturday and Sunday, right? 2 hours on Saturday, 2 hours on Sunday. You can go parallelly. This HTML, by the time Python is going, you will be discussed with HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Bootstrap, which doesn't require any Python knowledge. Later the Django framework. So by the time this is completed, half of your Python gets completed, right? So parallelly, if you go, like it takes 2.5 months. Yes, you'll be provided with the video, every video of it, of Python, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, the Django, all the videos will be provided. Every day you'll be getting the video, class notes, and assignments and tasks to work, assignments and tasks, and a WhatsApp group for technical discussions, right? And apart from this, I also deal with the big data, right? Big data analytics, if anyone interested in this big data, right? So there is a package for this big data also, like in this Hadoop will be covered, Spark with Python, PySpark will be covered, Linux and Python. Python, you will get this 2 months course, right? In this, you will get this Python 2 months course. The fee structure for this is 15,000. It's only a weekend batch. So this Python will be, you can attend any of my Python batch Monday to Friday, morning or evening, any batch you can attend, right? And this is for weekend, Hadoop, PySpark, Linux. On Saturday, 2 hours. Sunday 2 hours. Anyone interested, right? Like on this Saturday at 1 p.m. there is a demo for this. This Saturday at 1 p.m. Okay. The timings will be in the afternoon, like somewhere like 2:30 to 4:30 will be the timing on this Saturday and Sunday. Fine. Yes, this is regarding Python, right? Yes. Tomorrow also you can attend the session, same time, everyone, using the same link to see more on this, right? But from day after tomorrow, the link will be changing. You are supposed to get enrolled. Tomorrow you can attend with the same link, same time. And let me make it clear about the timings. Timings of this batch. Once again, I will make it clear about it. So now you are starting at 8 a.m., right? So for the first 2 weeks, will be starts at 8 a.m. But after 2 weeks, it starts at 7 a.m. in the morning, 7 to 8. The timing of this batch up to the end of the course. First 2 weeks or first 2 weeks, like it will be starting at 8 a.m. Later it starts at 7 a.m. Right? Fine. Any other queries, right? Anyone? Yes. The sessions will be interactive sessions. Now it's a demo session I was speaking most of the time, but in regular sessions, right? Yes. Tomorrow we'll be starting with that basic technical part and the batch continues there. For every statement I type, you will be responding, right? I want the sessions to be more interactive. Everyone will be kept in unmuted status. You'll be responding with your answers, right? Yes. Any queries anyway?
No.
Fine. Okay, we'll continue tomorrow, same time at 8 o'clock, using the same link to see more on this. Fine. Okay,
Thank you.
thank you all for your time.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye
Thank
bye.
you.
Thank you. Bye.